何？どういうこと？やばいのが。なら、頑張っ。
A high school girl, Miko Yotsuya, begins to notice odd phenomena such as dogs barking at nothing, and as she brushes her teeth in the bathroom, she notices a glimpse of a handprint on her mirror. Panic sets in as she quickly wipes it away. At school, she meets her friend Hana Yurikawa, and a red-eyed girl from another class almost talks to her but decides not to. Later, Miko's charm goes lost, so she returns to school to locate it, where she encounters a human-shaped mist that vanishes. While waiting for a bus in the rain, a terrible ghost of an elderly, rotting lady emerges and demands to know if Miko can see her. Despite her dread, Miko pretends she sees nothing and the ghost gradually vanishes. Miko returns home, but as she prepares for bed, the ghost of a man appears in her bathroom and leans against the mirror, explaining the handprint that she saw that morning. He too wants to know if she can see him, but she manages to ignore him until he vanishes. Putting salt in her room to ward off evil spirits, Miko tries to sleep, but discovers the salt isn't working when the man reappears with his head on her stomach. The next day at school, Miko encounters the spirit of a deceased student and realizes, with tears in her eyes, that she has not been dreaming but is actually seeing ghosts. If you're enjoying the video so far, give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, back to the video.
Bus 遅いな。超見える。
Miko begins to see ghosts at school, first with the ghost of a schoolgirl who walks the corridors and progressing to a disembodied head who haunts the school locker room. She then notices a ghost molesting Hana and is unable to get rid of it until it notices the more attractive school nurse and switches to groping her instead. Miko and Hana walk out to grab pastries after school, but Miko becomes distracted by her phone and ends up herself in a line of ghosts waiting to be eaten by a much larger ghost. Hana and Miko stumble encounter an abandoned cat being haunted by a ghost who merely stares at it after buying their donuts. Hana posts on social media asking if anyone is interested in adopting a kitten. Then two men appear, one a lovely young man and the other a scarred man. Miko sees the attractive guy surrounded by wicked cat spirits and delivers the kitten to the scarred man, who has two angelic cat spirits with two tails watching over him. The scarred guy embraces the kitten and takes it home, where it is revealed that he received his scars from cat scratching. He gently cares for the kitten, while the spirits of his wife and previously owned cats watch over him. Miko goes to meet Hana at a cafe, but the bus ride there is haunted by a chatty ghost. At the cafe, she sees a lovely young man plagued by the spirit of a clingy, jealous woman and has to surreptitiously convince the ghost that she is not interested in the man. After Hana comes, Miko notices that the attractive man is dating a woman who is haunted by several spirits of clinging, jealous men, giving her the sense that they are both unfaithful lovers. Miko then buys some prayer beads to fend off the ghosts, and while they initially work, the prayer beads soon break when she confronts a much more powerful ghost. When Miko's prayer beads break, Hana takes him to the Godmother, a local fortune teller. The Godmother initially tests a cheap prayer bead on Miko in an attempt to con her, but she discovers Miko is haunted when the prayer bead breaks and she sees the faint shape of a ghost behind Miko. She also notices Hana emitting a powerful energy aura, which both shields her and attracts ghosts. To assist Miko, the Godmother gives Miko her most potent prayer beads. However, the prayer beads also shatter. Miko abandons her attempts to utilize prayer beads, and the Godmother, whose real name is Mitsue Takeda, decides to retire from fate-telling and live in the countryside with her son. Miko continues to struggle with her ability to see ghosts as she begins to see them in bookstores and near vending machines. Hana purchases a special seasonal chestnut pudding while shopping. Meanwhile, Miko's brother Kyosuke notices her peculiar behavior and suspects she's in a violent relationship with a man. Kyosuke follows Miko about in secret to protect her, unknowing of the ghosts that haunt her. Later that night, Miko sees a ghost in her shower and, not wanting to make it appear suspicious, welcomes an embarrassed Kyosuke, who was just outside the bathroom to see whether she had any hickeys, to take a bath with her and to ward off the ghost. Kyosuke notices no hickey marks on her body and relaxes even more when she claims she doesn't have a partner. Miko attempts to eat breakfast with her family the next day, but a big ghost emerges around them. Miko excuses herself and puts the chestnut pudding on her father's burial altar. Miko's father had been a ghost the entire time. Her father regrets eating her pudding without her permission last year. He never had the opportunity to do so before dying in an accident. Miko is relieved that she was able to reconcile with her father. An after-credit sequence indicates that she can now see ghosts through television broadcasts as well. Yuria Nagured, one of Miko's classmates, is surprised to learn that Mitsue, the godmother, has closed down as she hoped to be her apprentice. It is revealed that Yuria has seen spirits since she was a child and aspires to be a fortune teller and exorcist herself. She discovers that Miko was the last customer Mitsue saw and observes Miko dodging a ghost. Yuria confronts Miko at school, telling her that she can see ghosts as well, but Miko continues to deny it. It is revealed that the far more powerful ghosts Miko can see are still invisible to Yuria, and Yuria's boasting of her talent attracts the attention of one such ghost nearby. To keep it at bay, Miko is forced to overpower and knock out Yuria. Yuria recovers at the nurse's office, where Miko apologizes, but Yuria takes Miko's comments as a threat to keep away from her. Later that night, on his way home from school, Miko encounters an elderly woman with a bad memory. She takes the woman to her house, but she is haunted by a ghost near the woman's house who keeps whispering the numbers 4631 to her. Miko shows the old woman the numbers, which she uses to open a safe containing a special hair comb from her husband, and she regains her memories after putting it on. The husband's spirit thanks Miko before being consumed by a greater ghost. Miko encounters a big and frightening ghost while returning from a bakery shop with Hana. Hana leaves to see Miko, unaware that the same ghost is haunting her, cooking and eating smaller ghosts with her life force aura. She then meets a small boy whose dog has escaped inside an abandoned building, and she promises to assist in locating the dog. She finds the dog and returns it to the boy, but the spirit pursuing her has fed so much that it has drastically altered by the time she meets Miko. Miko takes Hana to Miketsudani Shrine in the hopes of finding a means to get rid of the ghost. They pray at the shrine, and Miko hopes to be rid of the ghost. As though in reaction, a couple of shrine maiden spirits and a gigantic spirit enter and annihilate the ghost. The larger spirit then utters the mysterious words 3 times to Miko before disappearing, leaving her puzzled as to what it meant. Yuria swears to avenge Miko's humiliation. Hana decides to pursue photography as a pastime after realizing her photo of herself and Miko at the shrine has received numerous likes on social media. Taking advantage of this, Yuria proposes they go to a lovely area in the highlands for a photo session. As they journey there, Yuria tells that they would have to pass through a spooky tunnel to reach the location. The tunnel is filled of low-level ghosts, which Yuria believes will push Miko to reveal she can see them. What Yuria does not see is a higher-level ghost arriving and eating the other ghosts. Yuria believes Miko is effortlessly exorcising the ghosts. As Yuria continues to try to catch Miko's attention, the high-level ghost becomes attracted to them. The Shrine Spirit Maidens then intercede and chase away the ghost, allowing Miko, Yuria, and Hana to exit the tunnel. On the way home, Hana takes a picture of all 3 of them and sends it to Miko and Yuria, welcoming Yuria as her new friend. Hana's kindness touches Yuria, who has always been an outcast. As they consume bread from a pastry shop, Yuria wonders why there are so many ghosts in the tunnel until she discovers a small spirit clinging to Hana's thigh that gets burnt from her aura and realizes the cause. As she is about to tell Hana, she misinterprets Miko's threat to keep quiet and is terrified by her. Miko and Kyosuke go shopping for a birthday present for their mother. Despite being visited by an attendant ghost, Miko and Kyosuke are allowed to choose a pair of matching mugs as a gift. On the train home, Miko witnesses an axe-wielding ghost attacking the passengers, despite the fact that its axe passes through them harmlessly. Regardless, Miko is scared when she witnesses the axe ghost attack and capture another ghost within a person seated beside her. Although Miko avoids reacting when it strikes her, she wets herself and has to exit the train early. Later, Miko and Hana assist their instructor with packing as she prepares to depart for maternity leave. Miko then sees a spirit allegedly haunting her teacher's womb, and she discloses that she was once pregnant, but her kid perished. Miko then recognizes the ghost is the spirit of the deceased child who has returned to protect his brother. That night, Miko wonders why she can see ghosts and whether she should try to help or confront them, but she decides to ignore them when she sees a filthy one beside a vending machine. The next day, the substitute teacher for Miko's class arrives, and she is shocked to see that it is Zen Tono, the guy she previously saw who is possessed by evil cat spirits. Meanwhile, the wounded guy is seen caring for his newly adopted cat and celebrating his wedding anniversary in memory of his late wife. Miko unintentionally runs into Yuria eating alone in the bathroom while attempting to evade Zen and the demons who haunt him. Miko tells Yuria to avoid eating in the bathroom because a giant ghost is haunting it, and Hana offers that Yuria join them for lunch from now on. Miko then determines to keep an eye on Zen, but a big female ghost approaches and threatens her not to stare at him. The three females then decide to attend a haunted house event in order to win a free box of donuts. While Miko first does not react to the traditional haunted house scares, she gets an insight that the haunted house attraction is a place where she may openly express her fear without attracting the attention of spirits. Miko is in a much better mood after being able to express her fears in a cathartic moment. As the girls walk home, they notice Mitsue's locked shop and wonder what she is up to. Mitsue has taken up farming in the countryside to support her family. Zen learns from a neighbor that someone is apparently slaughtering cats in their neighborhood. He then goes to school to begin instructing his class. Miko is finding it more difficult to concentrate in class due to the enormous female ghost stalking Zen and urging everyone not to look at him. When Hana faints from hunger, Miko seizes the opportunity to transport her to the infirmary so she can leave the classroom. However, Miko begins to question if the ghosts haunting Zen are impacting Hana's life aura, which is causing her to be hungrier than usual. Miko accidentally catches the notice of a hostile ghost disguising as a human child while taking Hana to a park, which subsequently attempts to harm her, but is killed by the Shrine Maiden spirits. Miko then understands that the Shrine Spirit words 3 times meant that the Shrine Maidens would only guard her 3 times. She is already mistakenly called on their aid twice, leaving her one more chance to use them for protection. Later that night, a man approaches a cat with the goal of harming it, but he is forced to flee as a pair of students pass by. A flashback reveals that Zen was reared as a child by an extremely domineering mother. In the present, Miko surreptitiously follows Zen in order to gather evidence of misconduct so that he might be expelled from school. She notices Zen encountering a kitten and, worried he may damage it, intervenes to take it away from him. However, as she attempts to flee, the cat slips from her grip and dashes onto the road. Zen then dives to save the kitten, only to be hit by a car in the process. Another flashback shows a young Zen covertly adopting a stray kitten only for his mother to find out and murder it, further scarring him. Zen tells Miko at the hospital that he has been looking for a criminal who has been attacking cats. When Zen's friend Satoru arrives and describes Zen's family situation to Miko, she learns the ghost plaguing Zen is the ghost of his mother. She then provokes the ghost into assaulting her, leading the Shrine Maiden spirits to destroy her and increasing Miko's third chance. Zen begins to feel better when the ghost of his mother is eliminated, since he is no longer haunted by her and is able to let go of his old worries and guilt. This permits the cat spirits that surround him to be cleared and quietly pass away, including the ghost of his former pet kitten. Miko then arranges for him to adopt the kitten he rescued. Later, Zen intercepts the person attacking the kitties and knocks him out with a taser. However, the man's fate is unknown, as police have posted a missing person poster for him. Mitsue is stunned in the countryside when she receives an unknown sender's image of Miko and Hana at the shrine. Miko has the notion at school to attempt to thank the shrine spirit for assisting her, so she heads to the shrine to make a sacrifice. This appears to enrage the shrine ghost, who then moves to devour her. Miko then awakens in bed, her shrine visit having been a nightmare. She then goes about her day, having become accustomed to seeing and ignoring ghosts, but she still wonders how and why she is now able to see ghosts. However, as she travels home with Hana and Yuria, the shrine spirit and shrine maidens can be seen stealthily following Miko. Thanks for watching until the end. Like and subscribe for more videos like this, and see you in the next video.